What's up, everybody? I'm actually back here in New Jersey for a short 3 weeks, just visiting my family, hanging out, and honestly soaking up the fun. And I actually just pulled up to GPS DIY, which is my favorite DIY in the area. They've been working on some new builds for you guys here. I've been seeing Todd and Antmo like nonstop on the stories on Instagram. They've been putting a lot of work and a lot of time and effort into this thing. And it's looking pretty fresh, man, looking like it's coming out right. So when I used to live in Jersey, this was one of the spots that I would frequent a lot. So obviously this week I have been here a couple times. My original goal was to get kickflip backtail in a line, and I was able to do that the other day. But something that I realized was that I'm not very consistent with that trick at all. I'm really consistent with kickflips. I'm pretty consistent with backtails, but combining the two, it's like I become a lost puppy. I kind of just want to like get warmed up and get into the habit of like flipping into backtail, getting used to that feeling and trying to work on my consistency with it, because I have a goal of wanting to do tricks out of kickflip backtail. Like I could do backtail kickflips and backtail big spins. Like that would be cool to do a kickflip backtail big spin or a kickflip backtail kickflip, which I've never done either. So I'm gonna get warmed up and get to it. I want to start trying those kickflip backtails, so I'm going to sneak a few backtails in right now and then start flipping in. All right, I think I'm ready to try the flip in now, because for some reason that's how my process works. In order for me to flip in to a backtail, I apparently have to do like 100 other different backtail variations multiple times to make my OCD feel more comfortable. But I think I got it, dude. The problem I think with this trick is that I do want to end up doing something out of it. And if I'm gonna try that today, I might as well just start going for it instead of like just practicing a bunch of kickflip backtails. However, the downside to that is that I need to get better at flipping into this slide. That's like the main problem with the trick. It's the first half of the trick. I'm not sliding kickflip backtails like I slide backtails. So I think I just really need to focus on the flip in. And if I feel it get in right, I think the trick out will just work. Ah, well, all right. I mean, that's a start. All right, well, that's the goal. I mean, is to start getting into them better. Oh. Oh. Not the most ideal one. All right, so what happened was my phone died. I went back to my car to charge it. I charged it for about 35 minutes. I did a bunch of kickflips in the parking lot. My phone's only at 23% now. I have not landed a kickflip backtail big spin or a kickflip backtail kickflip or a kickflip backtail any trick out. And if I'm lucky, I'll get about 30 more minutes out of my phone, maximum 30 minutes, which is fine because that's about how long I have in daylight anyway, since daylight savings time is stupid and it gets dark at 5 o'clock now. And hey, you never know, I might get lucky. I might land kickflip backtail big spin and kickflip backtail kickflip right now. Okay, I think I'm like I'm kickflipping into the tail now, but it's like I'm leaning too far back. I'm not like over the tail enough. I think it's me. I mean, it's obviously not the ledge's fault, it's me. Ah, now it's sliding. So before it was like too hot, now I'm too cold. Now I think I can find where I need to put my body to be directly over the tail after the flip. It's crazy how different it feels, like ollieing into a backtail and then kick flipping into one. It's a whole different ball game. Okay. Okay. I'm just like not gonna say anything right now. I'm gonna keep going. Now it's like, just add a kickflip or add a big spin. You have two different choices. You're Indian, this is math. How hard could it be? Oh, what? What? Ding, dog. Well, my phone died. I'm back in the car. I'm charging it up. I can't walk away from this trick right now after getting that close to the big spin out. The repetition of doing the flick in is definitely what's helping me now. I do feel like I was getting more consistent with the tail slide, which is great. That means I'm like getting more comfortable flicking in. But right after that flick into fakie, I was like, oh, okay. Like this is where I gotta be to throw the big spin out. So right now it's just like a race against darkness. So metal, dude. All right, so the darkness won. I had about 5 or 6% charged on my phone when it was dark outside. So I was basically sitting in my car for no reason. Had to cut my losses, went home. I went to Boston over the weekend with my friend Proco, and we hit up some really cool spots around Harvard. And that was last week's video. So if you haven't seen it yet, there is a link in the description. There's gonna be a link at the end of this video. Go check it out after this one. But today's a new day. New day, new me, kickflip, backtail, big spin out. Oh, man. Dang. All right, homie, it's on. Holy shit. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like blacked out when I landed that right there, but I think that is probably as good as I could ask for right now. Maybe I could do a better one in the streets, but we count those as a win around here. It's all about the flip in, by the way. Like I started realizing that like once I was really committing to the flip in, it was just kind of going in and sliding. It was locking in more properly. In the beginning, like on Friday, I would be flipping it and I wouldn't be like in the right spot on the tail slide. I was constantly landing like ahead of it. So it was almost like I was stopping myself from sliding. So it's like little things like that you have to pay attention to. Like when you ollie into a back tail, you may not realize it, you know, all the time, but you're pushing that tail slide a little bit with your toes on your back foot. Same thing with a kickflip back tail. You still have to do that. And if you want more details on back tail slides, I'll put a link in the description also to a back tail tutorial that I made a little while back. And I get to write the trick down in this book here. If you've been watching my channel, you know that this book is the list of personal MBDs. I've never done kickflip, backtail, big spin before, so it's gonna go in there. And if you made it this far in the episode, please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that stuff helps me make more videos more often. I still upload once a week. I'll see you guys on the next upload.